Hey y'all, welcome back to Mini Movie Reactions. I said y'all. I can't believe I said y'all. This is not normal for me. Anyway, I am here after seeing White Bird. This is the pseudo sequel to Wonder, the movie, and then there was a book by R.J. Palacio. And this tells the story of Julian, who was the bully in the first book and kind of written as the bad guy, and his redemption arc. Before I do, I'm just going to make sure that we're all dry here because I am going to be honest. There were some emotions that were felt during this movie. Before I do get too far into that, this is going to sound crazy, but if you could please, share and like and subscribe and do all that sort of thing. I'm going to link down below, but my son has a YouTube channel and he is kind of mocking me that his subscribers and counts are going way beyond me. So anyway, if you could please help me compete a little bit with that. Going back to this movie, this is basically the story of Julian after he has been expelled from Beecher Prep because of his treatment of Augie, and this is what happens after, and he meets we meet his grandmother, Helen Mirren, who tells her story to help him overcome his current troubles because, obviously his life is not going super well. He's got to move to a new school. He doesn't know what's going on with his parents. He doesn't know where his place is in the world anymore. His whole thing has been changed and rocked. And I think that the one complaint that I would have about this movie is that Julian redemption arc is compelling and interesting, and it's strong. I wanted the Helen Mirren story perhaps to be separate from that because they're both really interesting stories. And we didn't get a whole lot about actually Julian in this. I have not read the book, even though I have read Wonder year after year with class after class. I'm actually reading it right now with my current class. And it's been a couple of years, and it is a book that grips you. I don't think Palacio is quite as strong of a writer as, say, a Pan Munoz Ryan, who wrote Wonderstruck and The Dreamer. Wonderstruck, and Hugo, those movies are very reminiscent of this. It's filled with fancy and imagination and just cinematic joy, but also serious topics and talking about coming of age and overcoming struggles and all that sort of thing. And in this, Helen Mirren tells the story of she lives in France as a young girl, and it's the Nazi occupation. She is Jewish, so she ends up meeting. She meets or knows a young man whose family takes her in, and then not to get anything away, but obviously it all goes poorly. Like things go poorly, and I say a lot of times with movies, like I get frustrated when you get to the end and they don't have the balls to pull off what would have happened, or maybe what should have happened, what historically would have happened. And this movie, this story does not pull any of those punches. I would say from about 20 minutes in, my wife was crying, sobbing, and it continued throughout. I felt way more emotion than I thought I was going to feel. At the beginning, I was actually quite nervous. I thought that we went to the mystery movie, didn't know what it was going to be at Regal, and I thought it was going to be Smile 2. Boy, what a surprise this was. And it comes up in it's Kingdom Movie Productions or something like that, and there's a cross, and I was actually kind of ready to walk out. Because Regal does show a lot of very right-wing Christian-centered movies. Not being a Christian, I was kind of worried. However, that is, even though faith is part of this movie, it isn't preachy, it isn't overcoming, it overbearing. I think it's absolutely just like Wonder. These are the stories about people that are Christian, or in this case, people that are Jewish, and how their faith leads their lives, and it's absolutely fantastic. The two kids who are the leads of this movie, Helen Mirren is obviously fantastic. Gillian Anderson is also in this, but the two kids who are the leads in this movie, and primarily the protagonist, the story is revolved around them, are absolutely moving and engaging and fantastic. And I really, really enjoyed this movie. Please see it, stream or skip it. Go see this movie. Please go see this movie. I am really worried that this is going to be one of those that is going to just kind of disappear into nothingness. It's not getting a lot of press right now. It's not getting a lot of play. I've never even think I've seen a trailer for this movie. With all the movies that I come see, there's nothing coming out about this. Wonder was obviously, it was this sensation, this viral sensation, so that got a lot more publicity, but I think that this deserves right up there. It is not the story of Augie. It is even barely the story of Julian, but it's about just... it's great. I love it. I like this movie very, very much. Please go see it. And I will see you all after the next movie. I do appreciate you. Yeah, hit the buttons and stuff like that. Thank you.